Hi guys, welcome back to more episodes of Ozark. We are getting close to the end. We've had pretty much a confirmation that the person who put the hit on Navarro was his own sister-in-law. And Wendy's going to make best friends with her, but she has a plan. Not sure it's what I agree with, what Marty agrees with. He's proper lost it with her because he's even spoken to Charlotte and said she's out of control. She's the one up front taking care of all this now, but she just doesn't listen. She takes way too many risks. And I don't know whether all of this foundation thing is going to still pan out, even though they've pretty much, between her and Navarro's sister, have gone and spoken to Shaw and kind of nicely threatened her with a smile as to what will happen if she doesn't go ahead with this and release the money and release the funds to the foundation. So, what I want to know now is Ruth is going and seeing what she can sort out with Charles Wilkes, and the casino is going most probably to Ruth. If I'm not mistaken with the way it's going to go, especially we've now found out that she is a legal beneficiary from Darlene's estate because she married Wyatt and that because she adopted Wyatt beforehand. What a stroke of luck that is. Right, let's carry on, find out what chaos ensues next. This is episode 12. Just before I do, if you haven't already subscribed and you enjoy Ozark, you know where the button is, down here, and we'll carry straight on. Thought so after that fight. I did say, how are they going to get away with what he did at the end of the last episode? Should you even ask? It's just going to be radio silence in the car, this, isn't it?
If we keep Camilla close, if we keep her engaged, it makes it harder for her to make another move.
She's going with keep your enemy closer, right?
Shipments of the FBI right from under her nose.
You did it with Hobby.
Jesus Christ!
Look, why don't
You
go
are playing
clean up
dangerous.
that hand, take a shower, and I'll call Jim. I'll get him to start working on dropping today's charges.
The day your daughter left Ben at the diner in Barlow, this man showed up. He's a trigger man for a Mexican drug cartel. I believe that he was there for Ben. Okay, your daughter and her husband, they were investigated by the FBI for money laundering. If you like, I can bring this information over to the local authorities.
Well, I need some time to think.
Of course.
With your stake in Darlene's, we can take control of the whole thing.
Yeah, you can.
Please. Sell the Missouri Belle to her and help her run it.
And what's the hard way?
Exactly how bad is your record?
Right, just one question there. Doesn't she have a record as well? Because when she took that money out, the wall disappeared and went on a wild, whatever you want to call it, with sleeping with people and being in crack dens and doing drugs and everything. She got picked up by our original FBI guy, whose name now eludes me because he's not been in it for a while. So wouldn't she have a record as well? We all know you've got to have a clean name to have your name on a license, which is why he's just asking Ruth.
I can get you the meeting. I'll put in a persuasive word. You can donate to certain causes if you choose, but it'll still be up to the judge to decide.
This is how politics works.
You saying she's got a shot at getting clean?
With the right attitude, a little bit of luck.
The judge is going to take one look at me and know exactly what I am.
Ruth, you own half the land in the county.
We're going to be pulling up stakes here in a few days, and I'd like you to come back with us and move in with me.
Once you're away from...
I know I haven't been a big part of your lives for these last years, but that wasn't my choice. Being here, getting to spend time with you, it's felt like a second chance.
Is it really going to want to go and live with him?
And I'm not going to lie to
Miles
you.
nowhere?
I think you might be in danger here, and I think you might think it too.
That kind of history, sometimes it's hard to change.
I've already made something of myself I could never expected. I managed a casino. I even own a motel.
So I see. You mess up again, it comes back on me.
That is
I
true.
don't plan to fuck up.
Screw
Mess
up.
up.
Told you,
Ma'am.
just fall out.
Judge.
And provided that doesn't turn up any surprises, I'll likely do a drop-in visit.
Right, okay.
A petition for Jonah and Charlotte to come live with me.
Yeah.
I think you ought to read it, and I think you ought to sign it. Then I'll see you at Camden County Family Court in 3 days for a hearing.
You don't want to do that.
Neither do you. I got my investigator ready to testify, and you know very well what he's got on you.
Oh, man. I mean, he has as well.
We are so close. So close to being out of this. Do you realize that?
It's not forever.
Do you want to go with him?
Grandpa's not just gonna go away. I mean, he knows things, and, you know, how are we supposed to protect you if we don't go with him?
Can you confirm this belonged to Wyatt?
I wonder where it got to.
We think she found it missing and accused him. The guy's got a long rap sheet, armed robbery, felony breaking and entering, weapons charges. I'm sorry we got off on the wrong foot.
You know, when somebody comes to me and asks me to help out a detective, my guess is somebody's in trouble.
Not at all.
Well, I've already pulled every string I can over at OFAC, but your money only spreads so thin. Navarro off the SDN list, or Mel Saddam rejoins Chicago PD. You go ahead and you let me know what you decide.
It's a little tough to explain how I know he didn't do it,
Yes,
at
it
least
is.
without spending the rest of my life in prison. And I don't think any judge is going to figure out how to clean that off my record.
Am I right by that? Or am I wrong? Do you know what? There's been so many bodies that have had to be taken care of and put in the goddamn furnace. I'm automatically presuming that because it was Harry that killed them, that they've had to dispose of them anyway, but the authorities got involved with this, and so maybe they were just buried. And it wasn't just tombstones, and it wasn't just... Let me know in the comments, because, like I said, the show's had so many occasions where nobody's ever going to be found, like Ben, that I'm automatically presuming this poor bastard is not going to get done for murder, but maybe he is.
Seems like you were with your father or some other family member every time you got arrested.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Led you astray, huh? Why do you think Charlie Wilkes called me about you?
I don't know. I asked for his advice when I found out about the snail money, and I guess he took a shine to me when I was working at the casino. You clean me up, and I will do whatever it takes to stay that way.
I think you should take the gig and go do some good, because the only thing you're going to do here is you're gonna break up a family.
You know, maybe a small part of them thinks they're more valuable with a badge.
More valuable to who?
Justifying it.
How bad are these people?
Scale of 1 to 10, 10 being pure evil, 9, 5.
0.5.
4 years you've been tearing my ear off about wanting your old job back, and I always tell you the same thing. So maybe it just was, I don't know, God's will comes in all shapes and sizes.
I figured you might want to take this with you since you're headed out of state.
Yeah.
You want to hear something crazy? I ain't got a criminal record no more.
Ta-da!
Really?
She's done it.
What are we supposed to tell them about the SDN list?
It's in motion.
Which means
Except
it
it's not.
Well, it is. It's just delayed.
I asked my lawyer to look into the status quietly. She said no petition has been filed. We need to spread more money around in Mexico. We also need clean money for the officials that we'd allow. Also need money to spread across the lieutenants. I need them calm and happy.
I don't see you doing anything.
Wendy, when can you get me off this list?
He doesn't see it.
Realistically, in a few months.
No, not months. Not weeks.
Expanding
call Jim.
bodies in here.
Yeah, and tell him what? His 4-month window now needs to be accomplished in 4 days. You know, she is spreading that money around to buy loyalty with the lieutenants.
Yeah, I know.
That we can tell him what's going on and he can take care of her.
It was my cousin's guitar you stole. I've seen you before over at the Snail place. I used to work over there.
Fuck you do for Darlene Snell. If it was your cousin's guitar that I stole, that means it was your cousin that got murdered. So why haven't you asked me about that? I didn't do it, by the way.
We know.
Why the fuck you really come here?
Yeah.
I just wanted to lay eyes on you.
Listen, he's a grown man with the chance to do the work he loves.
Oh, so the whole brain trust is here. Good. Let me just say, from the depths of my soul, if you succeed, God will still know. There's no escape.
Any minute now. I just called, and he didn't answer. I imagine because he's on his way.
I just loved it when they played that one in church.
Will you be joining us again anytime soon?
No.
Probably not.
Mr. Davis, would you like to proceed with the hearing without your witness?
It's just that any factual information
It's a simple question, Mr. Davis. In that case, the court is prepared to rule.
What do you mean rule? There was no hearing.
But there is a petition on my desk. Considering that Charlotte is months away from her 18th birthday, it is the opinion of this court that she should be free to make a decision about her own welfare. That if Jonah can live in a motel, there can be no reasonable argument as to why he cannot move to North Carolina in the custody of a family member.
It's backfired. Your
You're
choice.
old enough to decide for yourselves.
Yeah, your choice. You are.
Next.
Next.
Come on.
You're not serious.
Both of you?
I'm sorry.
Really?
What did he say to you?
Nothing.
No, he must have said something to you because you said you didn't want to go.
Do you think she would actually hear us?
Charlotte, you don't understand what you're getting into, okay?
The whole thing's rigged.
Okay, that had nothing to do with your grandfather.
Daddy, please.
No.
Don't take them. Don't take them away from me. Just tell me what it is you want. I'll give you anything.
Stop it, Whitney.
Daddy, please. I'm sorry I embarrassed you. I'm sorry that I left home. I'm sorry, but please do not take my children. Just don't take them away from me, please. I will be
This is all an act.
so good.
Nobody's falling for this anymore. When I am done, they are gonna know exactly what you are, and they are never coming back to you.
There you go. No matter how smart you are, no matter who's in your pocket, you've bought off. Okay, what the fuck? She's a psycho. Alright guys, episode 12. I can't believe she just did that at the end and just that just sent chills down my spine, like as though that was Ben there. There is more dark past in Wendy and her father that we are not aware of. We may start to hear or see something of it, even if it's only discussed now that this has happened. But it was fairly obvious that Jonah and Charlotte were going to go once he made the offer. But all that manipulation, all that buying off with Mel. So whoever the other guy was, he's got a free boat. Mel's got his job back and he's just turning his phone off, checking out the hotel. I'm gone, see you later. That's what I've been trying to get back for 4 years, so that's good for him. But it comes at a cost. It comes at a sacrifice of knowing. I like that they put Ben's ashes just in view in the motel. You know, the thing. Just as he's leaving. Sorry, I was in mid-thought there. So Ruth no longer has a record, which means she's free to do exactly what Wilkes has said and get a name, possibly on a license. I see this, regardless of everything else that happens, I see Ruth and I've forgotten her name, being the owners of the casino, her name on the license, whatever happens as we get to the end of the show. What the hell's going to happen between Marty and Wendy? I have no idea. But now their children are not with them. They're no longer exposed to the continuous lies and, as they said, all you ever do is talk. Nothing ever changes. It's always the same. It's just rehashed. Because we're still here. And I think they'll still remain here, to be honest. I don't see how they're ever going to get out of it. And she's had to go back to Schaefer because Camilla is, well, basically she's buying all the lieutenants, isn't she? Saying she wants to spread more money around, telling him exactly what the opposite of what he thinks it might be, to expand and to keep loyalty while he's in here. And she's just going to make her move, so you can't leave him in there weeks and months. She'll have him taken out the minute you have laundered enough, which is the instruction you've just got from Navarro. She's playing it close. And I still think Wendy doing what she did with her was the wrong idea. And it's not worked out anyway. Her last 2 or 3 plans in particular have all gone haywire. Totally. With Shaw, with Camilla, with Mel, it's all falling apart because, as Marty said, she just charges ahead. And then when it all comes down to it, she resorts to what she just did with her father there, which we all know is the equivalent of a 10-year-old schoolgirl crying, "I'll never do it again," whatever it might be she's done. It's just, I don't know. She seems possibly as unstable as Ben. We haven't seen that much side of it until things are starting to really fall apart and she loses control of it all. And the fallout will all just come back onto her and Marty. And when she said, if they do finally get out of this, if you want to leave me, you can. You're like, are you kidding me? I expect him to be gone. He's already said it numerous times anyway. So, Navarro is possibly going to come off this list now because she's given Schaefer exactly what he wants. Stuff to see. And I don't know, but I'm presuming that might be the last we see of Mel. Possibly, possibly not. We'll have to wait and see because we've only got 2 episodes left. So the next one's the penultimate and then the season finale. And it's all going to be cleared up somehow. I don't know how, but it will. Right, I will be back then with episode 13. No, 13? 12? Hang on. I am getting so confused. I'll be back with... Yes, episode 13. So with 13 and 14 to go. I will be back with that next week. So if you do want to watch the full-length version, they're all really long episodes. This, I do appreciate that. You can always just check the link in the description to take you over to Patreon. And I will see you for the next one very soon. Do not forget, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Post your comments down below. Let me know where you think this is going. But no spoilers. Not if you've seen the end. Just at this point where you think it might be. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. That way you'll be notified when the next episode releases. I will see you for that next time, guys. Take care.